Man, you ever had a friend that tell you, you know what? I think you should watch this film. It just came out. It's a good film. I think you enjoy it. But you kind of hold off. You don't really listen to them. You kind of let time go by. And then all of a sudden, one day, rainy, cold, you're freezing, whatever, you're bored. And then you put on that film and then you say to yourself, like, what the hell was I thinking? Well, that didn't happen to me this time. This time I actually took the advice from a good friend of mine. And he told me, hey, you should check out Dolemite, that's my name, and just tell me what you think. So now I'm preparing to go to the airport and I'm about to give my spew on Dolemite, that's my name. Dolemite, that's my name, featuring Eddie Murphy. Of course, you have Eddie Murphy as Rudy. You have Keegan Michael Ray as Jerry. Mike Epps as Jimmy. Craig Robinson as Ben. And Divine Joy Rudolph as Lady Reed. Let's get right into it. Dolemite features Rudy Moore. He's an up-and-coming comedian slash MC who works in a night bar, kind of shady. You know, people coming around, everybody looks at him like a joke. They really don't think he'll be anything. He's kind of like that guy that steps on stage. He's kind of funny. He doesn't totally suck, but you don't really care for him. You're ready for the main act to come on. Rudy starts out, he's thinking that he's down in life. You know, he hails from a southern state, Arkansas. He's trying to be something. He's hit that age where he's saying to himself, like, man, I should have been able to do more in my life. What's going on? So he goes to Snoop Dogg, who does well in this movie, by the way, and he requests him, like, hey, could you play my old songs? You know, at one time they had buzz and they were going to make a hit, and you know how that goes. People didn't choose them, whatever. Anyway, one day, Rudy has a bright idea to turn what seems to be jokes into an act, a comedic act, right? And from that point on, the movie soars, all right? So let's talk about the great things I like about this film. It's one of those films that when you're starting to watch it, or before I even watched it, I had my doubts about this film. I didn't really know what to expect because when I saw Dolemite, that's my name, you know, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, it's just somebody else, you know, Eddie Murphy. He's trying to just redo something that's already been done. But as you get into it and watch it more, it's more like a documentary of his life per se, with his own spaz and Eddie Murphy's own little spaz to it. But as you watch the film, it starts to climb, and it just keeps climbing, right? So Eddie Murphy was outstanding in this film. His side characters that was in this film, especially Lady Reed, you know, somebody that was introduced within his entourage, which started to propel him forward. Dolemite is my name is one of those films. It gives you the American dream, right? Because in essence, that's what this film is about. It's about the underdog, the guy on the bottom who's trying to rise up to the top and get what we consider to be the American dream. But one of the good things about Eddie Murphy's character is Rudy. He is just not like arrogant. He's arrogant, but he is also friendly to, you know, he provides for his friends. He always keeps his word. You know what I'm saying? He is constantly trying to move forward and progress forward. And he is always trying to look out for the best interests of his friends and his craft. And looking at people from the past, you can't say that about too many people. I didn't know that Rudy Moore was like this. You know what I'm saying? You see the old blaxploitation films with Dolemite and you just see this character and here I am thinking he's hooked on drugs or maybe whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's not. He's an upstanding guy. Looks out for Lady Reed. He sees talent in her when she didn't even see talent in herself. He sees talent in himself when nobody else saw it. You know, at first he started off wanting to make an album. Nobody thought it was possible. What does he do? He makes an album. Then from that point, he said, you know what? Maybe I should take this on tour. He takes it on tour. But people was telling him he couldn't do it. And then one night when he was providing for his friends, he said, you know what? I feel like watching a movie. So they go to this supposedly funny movie where none of them was really laughing at him. You know, it was one of those movies that the comedy was a bit off, you know? And he said, well, damn, I can do that also. And that little part right there, that is what I love about this film, is it was his belief in himself, the pursuance of a dream. He was going to let anybody stop him. When he needed a studio, he said, you know what? Let me go to this old DuPont hotel where there were a bunch of winos, drunks, and he said, I'll clear him out. He used that so he didn't have to pay rent, water, electricity, you know. He didn't know anything about the film or the movie business, but he pursued it because he had a vision. And his cast of characters that was all around him, they were colorful. They supplied just enough energy and just enough to amplify the character. Nobody overdid it. The costumes were amazing. The environment was amazing. It didn't feel like a cheap film. It felt like something that was taken with lightheartedness, but very professional, right? I know I'm rambling a bit, but it's fresh in my mind and I gotta hurry up and get out of here. But Dolemite is my name is a great time on Netflix. And surprisingly, Netflix is kind of killing the game with taking high caliber artists and bringing them to their platform. Overall, when it gets towards the end of Dolemite Is My Name, I'm thinking to myself like, okay, everything's going great. Is he gonna get like a overdose? Is something gonna happen to him in a car wreck? I'm just thinking something tragic is gonna happen, or he's gonna screw somebody over, or somebody's gonna screw him. But it never happened. Dolemite was an upstanding individual. He owed this production company in LA a ton of money, but he paid it all back. He believed in himself. He did his own marketing. There's a scene that come to mind with Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes is fucking Wesley Snipes. He killed it. Wesley Snipes is playing the director, and he was on past films and past movies, so he was thinking that, you know, he's better than the small-time artist there. And it was a scene where Eddie Murphy said to him, like, you know what? I don't know anything about movies. I don't know anything about this business, but I know my dream. I know what I want. And if I got to sweep a floor, if I got to lift up a box, if I have to feed the entire crew, I'm going to do it to make sure that this film is made. And that was a very special moment to me. All right. That was a very special moment that showed that his belief in himself, the belief in his entourage and the people, he had good people around him. You know, he was smart on his decisions and his choices. And it don't matter if you're an alien, black, white, Hispanic, horse, rock, you can learn from this film, all right? Yes, it's funny. Yes, they have over-the-top actions, and looking at some of these scenes, especially the sex in the bed scene, I was crying laughing. Eddie Murphy kills it. Eddie Murphy is back. Not saying that he ever left. There were a couple of films that he came out with recently that weren't too good, but this movie, it was like when he came in Dreamgirls. Except to me, this one was a bit better in reference to the bottom, how the character started, and to the slow rise and the slow building of that character. Dolemite is all around good fun, good time at the movies. And we'll go to the end of the movie where Dolemite saw that there were people waiting. You know, it was people that was going to be out there at like 2:30 at night. And what did he do? He didn't go in there and watch the premiere. He sat out there and he stayed who he was, which was Dolemite. Yes, I'm Dolemite. I'm the one that killed Monday, whooped Tuesday, and put Wednesday in the hospital. Called up Thursday to tell Friday not to bury Saturday on Sunday. Yo, all I can say is that this film is excellent. It's amazing. Great film, great time. And my official rating for Dolemite, that's my name, is... So there you have it. Dolemite, that's my name. I suggest that you guys go out and watch it. It's on Netflix. You can bring your girl, your friends, your family, whatever, your dog, your cat. It's a great time. Excellent job. It brought faith back into me with the Netflix platform. Great movie. That's all I got to say. Sorry I rushed. If I ramble, whatever. Subscribe below. Tide Talks. Love you guys. Tell me what you think about this video. I'm out.